Who was some celebrities you came across while they were incarcerated?
Oh, you know, the one who rapped the song about me, Lil Wayne.
Rapped the song about you?
He said some nonsense about some Warden. I didn't take claim to that being me.
What did he say?
He said some sucker stuff about the Warden, you know.
Oh,
but let me tell you, he's a clown. That guy was a clown.
Oh, hold
He
on.
was.
Hold up. Yo.
I hope you didn't think he was rocking in there. Wait, he said he was rocking in the joint? Stop playing. Look at me. He wasn't rocking nothing.
You don't want to that way.
No, he wasn't rocking. We changed the name for him. It was PC, and I'm not going to PC. All right, we changed the name. I can do that. I can say that. I was a Warden at the time.
You good though? You sure? I don't want you,
good.
you know, because
listen to me. I was there at the time.
I'm gonna let you know because we have guests up here before that you know
said he was rocking.
No. That said they were good about saying certain people's stories and names and stuff, and then the day after they call us to take the footage down. So I want to make sure.
I'm not taking nothing out of what I'm saying. I'm telling the truth.
All right, so
I'm telling the truth. I lived this life. When I write my memoirs, it's gonna be in that too. You know.
So who else came by in your house that you
came
across?
Hold up.
Back to Lil Wayne.
Hold up. Let's slow down here. Why did you? He said something about you in a song. You ain't take claim to it.
I'm not taking claim to what he said about that Warden.
Cool. Why you couldn't get along with him?
I did. I had no beef with him. I made sure he went rules and regs. You know, I made sure his house was clear. I made sure none of the officers went visiting him. I did those numbers.
But hold on, that's not true because they said that there was a rumor going around. Come on.
Go ahead, bring it.
Come on, Warden Bailey. No, we not
say
doing
it and I'll
this.
bring it too. Let me hear you saying.
That he some of the female warders was not wardens, female officers was, he ran through some of them.
I don't know about that.
Hold on.
Time out.
Hold on,
Mrs. Officer.
No. I had a memo out. Listen to me. Hello. I had a memo out that said nobody can go visit him.
We didn't get her a mic in a second.
No.
I
had a memo out that said nobody can visit him. Somebody violated that memo.
Okay,
they didn't sleep with him or nothing. They violated the memo by just going to visit him, and I got rid of that officer.
Fired
Not transferred her. No firing. You can get transferred. You know, and that put the message out there. Okay, same thing when I went to Katrina. I went to Katrina with 87 officers. Okay. We took a bus down there. We went to the Katrina, okay? And it was New Orleans. One officer got smart with somebody down there, and I'm in charge of all the officers. They was all over New Louisiana. I told her, put her back on the truck and send her back to New York. They put her back on that truck, and nobody else gave me any problems. Knowing that I'm that kind of rules and regs. And in the same token, those individuals down there couldn't disrespect my staff either, because I pulled them out of those jails. We was doing you a favor coming down here, taking over the jails for you, establishing a communication center for you. We did a lot for them down there. And that's when they DLC lowered the ball at Times Square. I mean, I was the face of it, but we lowered the ball at Times Square.
So what else did you see? You saw Lil Wayne.
Maybe Lil Wayne. That's the biggest one I saw.
Biggest one you saw?
Ja Rule was up there?
Huh?
Ja Rule.
But I didn't have no dealings with him. I know I didn't have no dealings. A lot of those celebrities went to NIC, which was another separate jail. You know, I mean, most of my jail was.
Lil Wayne has a Rikers Island,
song
journal.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the Vulture. Yeah,
I know he gave me good cool up.
I mean, you know,
he disrespected me. He had to disrespect me.
But you just.
He said something about the war, and I left that jail. He was still in there when I left. Maybe he's talking about the other warden. If he was talking about me, I don't care. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I remember I had to go through all that, being called the blood, being hip-hop warden. You know, I was labeled a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, because I kept it 100 with these people. You know, all my staff loved me. You know what I'm saying? You know, upper echelon, I don't know what they thought. And I wouldn't want to take their job by stabbing them in the back. I would never do nothing like that. I wanted to earn it.
Let's talk about the
HBM. HBM first.
The what?
Describe it. What the whole HBM looked like.
HDM.
HDM.
Oh, it's an old James Cagney movie.
What does that mean?
Again, meaning that it had tiers. All right, that had a wheel that you had to wind, and you had to pop the cells open with these buttons and pull it back and lift it up. It was an old building. This building must have been built in 1955, if not older, if you can look it up. That was an old building.
Did they ever
I
fix
was
it?
a secure building because of the mere fact it was a tier level, but we never opened up the third tier unless it was overcrowding. All right, and then we put a gate up there for nobody won't be thrown off from the third tier. You know, but that was an old building, dilapidated too. At one point, had to put new windows in there. It was an ancient building.
So throughout your career, right? Did you have any moments where something crazy happened that made you want to quit your job, like that same day? Anything crazy happened that you went home that night and was like, "That's it, I can't do it no more."
I love that job.
You did?
No, I never had a day I had that day like that.
So nothing, like no threats came across your way, no kind of body.
The Bloods put a threat out on me.
I'm saying anything that made you want to quit that that day.
Never. I loved that. I would have been in this job to this day. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I really enjoyed doing that job. You know, it was so much fun. And again, it was a different day every day on that job. And besides that, they gave me mega dollars to do it, $180. Shit, $180 to be the warden? I was loving it. I didn't think I'd ever make $180,000 in a year. And that's coming from the projects. I don't know. I was very enjoyable with that job.
Let's be honest. Let's talk about honesty here, since we're being honest. Let's talk about the female officers or the male. Let's not say females. Let's talk about correction officers and inmates being involved. How did you deal with that situation when it came to you, to
my desk?
To your desk? Yeah. How did you deal with it?
IG. Dirt get dirt. Yeah, what? I find out. We're good in IG. IG took care of that internal problem with anybody.
What does IG mean?
IG Inspector General. That was a cloth all by themselves. They did all investigations on corruption. Okay, and that's corruption. You know.
So that's considered corruption.
Most definitely. Fraternizing like that.
Hold on, Warden. You there, long time. You know, things happen between, you know, the connection between the inmates, and it can happen.
I better not find out. That's how I always worked with me. No, honestly, I better not. You better not cross that line. So you can't cross that line.
It's wrong.
Totally wrong.
Against what law?
Oh, now it's a law against that. No one could consent who's a prisoner to sexual anything. No more consent. No, he can't consent. He's a prisoner. You'll get right on the register. You go right on the register. So now it's definitely a crime. But it was bad then too. Let me tell you something.
Wait, hold on. So you I love this. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I like you a lot.
I'm telling you the truth.
Wait, hold up. You try to tell me that you cannot consent, a prisoner cannot consent to sex. So the officer would get in trouble.
Oh, most definitely. They'd be on the register, not the prisoner.
What type of register? A register?
The register of sex offenders. That register.
Stop it.
Yes, they do.
Who gave a law like that? Cut it out.
You better look it up when I leave. They get right on that register. And they have to report themselves too.
A sex offender?
That's what they are when they touch them. That's including civilians, maintenance, anybody who touch a prisoner.
You become a sex offender?
A sex offender.
And she co-signed, so.
They don't have the right to say, okay. They don't have that right. That's a slippery slope. You know, I mean.
With all due respect, you have to listen to the warden because, you know, we don't want you to get caught up in any shenanigans.
Oh,
talking to her.
Yeah, Gloria.
Yeah. We're talking to you. We don't want you to get caught up because what's gonna happen and it's slick. It's a slick move because you talk, so we have to take it down, not to get you caught up. Don't interfere because we're not taking it down. So just stay. Shh. Please. It's a slick move. It's smart. Hold on. Cause one thing we don't want to do is get anybody. That's not what we're here to do. Flip the script. We're not here to.
Right. No, Gloria's straight.
I rock one. She's solid. I like how she is. I'm just saying, like, we don't want to get anybody. You know, we don't want to get nobody in trouble or anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
please.
No, Gloria's straight.
Cause he told you. He like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They watching.
It's amazing.
The thing is with you. All right, so if that happens, but I don't understand how to become a sex offender. What do you think about that?
I think
you better look that up, man. Why not? Come on.
It sounds.
You in jail, and not say the female end. I see you. I just want to bang you, and it's cool. Well, even if it's consensual, it's not cool.
I don't think it's cool, but
it's against the law. How bad? Put it this way now.
They shouldn't be sex offenders.
There's a law now, and it's against the law to sleep with somebody incarcerated.
I don't think it should be sex offenders. I think it should be. It shouldn't go down though.
It shouldn't go down. So
No,
how
it
you gonna
should-
stop it?
I'm just saying
And we're talking about
the
guys-
title shouldn't be that. It should just be they get in trouble.
That's exactly what the title should be. Because when you came in there to fill up that vending machine with soda, it didn't say you can get some butt at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Fill up the soda machine and leave. And leave.
He cool, man.
I'm telling you, it's across the line. I don't want you to think it's just officers. It's anybody.
One more time. Say it one more time. One more time.
I'm just telling you.
He cool.
You
He's
cool.
the top ranking 50
You-
I'm just telling you, you come up there to fill up the vending machine with soda, you can't get no butt to. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You fill up the soda machine and leave, because when you leave and got butt, you're a sex offender. You not allowed
You don't,
to
but,
get no
but
butt.
your
That's
personal
fire.
opinion, you don't think that's too extreme, or you?
No, hell no.
So it's not too extreme.
That's
you for
totally appropriate. Because you know what happened? It jeopardized everything when you start doing that. Security of the building. Let me tell you something. It jeopardized everything. It jeopardized a lot. You can't let that happen.
I think it's not safe though. I wouldn't mess with no inmates though. It don't.
Oh, don't get that twisted either. Some of them are real pretty, okay? Stop that.
I hear you, but
You have
it's,
to have your
it
your
ain't safe,
morals.
man.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some of them
Some
are
are pretty.
the inmates.
Yeah. Don't think every female inmate's a dog. No. You get some Hollywood celebrities walking through the gate.
Some of them are beautiful. Some of them.
Yeah, some of them got it. You know, don't get nothing wrong. You know, but no, you can't do it.
So let's fast forward a little bit. So now, in the 90s, you know, you watch these things go down. You read some stats to us
Yes, sir.
about the slashings and stuff.
That's right.
So your tactics or whatever you did worked.
We did. The department did
We.
as a team.
Worked. But why do you think that some of the department didn't like you? Because you said that earlier. Why you think? What did you do?
You know what it is, too? And they told me clearly in my career. They told me a couple things in my career. First thing they told me, I have to stop dancing the way I dance at when we go to parties with the commission and everything else. They can't see me sweat, they said. I said, if I'm going to get promoted the way I'm dancing, I guess I won't get promoted. And the other part I always got is, why do you always smile a lot, man? Why you be smiling all the time? You know what I'm saying? I'm an easygoing guy. I'm happy. What do you mean why I'm smiling? Oh, they think you're a clown. They can think whatever they want. I'm getting things done. Okay? I smile all the time. I say good morning to everyone. To all inmates, I say good morning, and to my officers. Some of the commissioners didn't like me. Oh, she don't like how you say good morning to all the inmates. You don't like that. You still don't like how you call all your officers soldiers. Because I call all my officers soldiers. I didn't see gender, I told them. Because that girl or that female came to work with her hair done and her nails done, and there's an alarm, you better mess up your hair and put that helmet on. You better break those nails, which is only going to be a certain length anyway, to get done.
Right.
So I truly believe, I told him I never see gender. You're a soldier. So don't tell me that I should get this man to do something that you supposed to do too, that you get equal pay for, you know? And some of the women had more guts than some of the men sometimes, you know? You can't judge who's going to have the guts.
So you have no idea why people they don't like you or didn't
Most
like
of
you.
people like me, the majority, I think.
Okay.
I think most of them like me. I still have a good rapport. All inmates I get to see in the street greet me with love.
That's
Take
true.
us to their restaurants, tell us we can run up a tab, and I never run up a tab high. When they tell me we can parlay on their tab, I don't do nothing high, and then I'll leave a $30 tip. You know what I'm saying? We have met. I just went to a big affair for GMAC. Gangsters doing magnificent. I went there, I put all on my Facebook. I said from 2 block to the mayor's office. And I'm hanging out with all of them, you know, all the Bloods and everything else and all the gangsters. And everybody at that place said how they gave me love. I put them all on my Instagram page.
He said that.
You know, I gave them all love on my Instagram page. Some people don't understand, man. Why you be talking to them? Because I never believed your history was your destiny. I told them all that. What you did in the past, you can change in the future. You know? So they clearly knew where I felt about them. I was like, yo, we all can make it. And a lot of them did. You know, when that guy told me what he was doing in the community, he got violence down. He got a lot of weapons off the street. I told him I'll be at his affair every year now. You know?
I know he is, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good brother. He's doing his thing. That's who you need to interview. He's doing big things.
Yeah, we're going to wait till next month.
Yeah, please get him up here. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Back in the days, they used to accuse the correction officers of being extremely rough to the inmates. What do you have to say about that? Abuse, extremely rough. You have one man killed himself. Rest in peace, Khalif Broward. What's his name, Broward?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you got to say about the abuse? Because, you know, a lot of new people don't like Mayor de Blasio. You know what I mean? Because, he put some strict rules in there. But what do you got to say about the abuse back in the days? And then I want your opinion on the abuse.
I didn't condone it. I never did. I never condoned it and everything else. And I clearly wasn't with it because at one point, my officers grabbed me and yelled to talk about sending this man out. And I hit the alarm. And when the team came, they thought it was the inmate. I said, no, it's these officers. It's them you need to get. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play that.
You got to explain that. I don't understand.
Meaning this. You don't hold me as a supervisor while you bringing the inmate down and using force against him. You don't hold me. You never supposed to grab a supervisor, Not me, and not no other supervisor. But when they grabbed me and they was still using force on that inmate, I hit my alarm and asked for assistance. And when they got down there, I said, it's not the inmate, it's these officers. They thought they was going to run me out that building. Oh, we don't play that here, Cap. You in the wrong building. I'm in the wrong building. He wanted all the officers to sign out. Sign out. I didn't play that. Like I said, they call me Mr. Softy all they want, but I wasn't playing that. What I'd rather do is write them an infraction. What I'd rather do is get in their mind. Because these cats been beat up all their life. No pun. You ain't going to kill nobody as a CO. They've been beat up. They can take a pounding. But if you get in their mind, that's what I used to do. I used to tell them. I used to clearly try to get in their mind. And I told getting in their mind many different things. I used to stay behind when the search was all over and we finished searching. I used to lock myself in an empty cell just to hear the inmates talk. And the inmates say, they didn't find my weapon. I left it in the cookie box. And they said, I gave no puppy-eye dog thing. And then I get on the radio, come on back down. So I went the extra yard of this, you know what I'm saying? Getting in their mind and saying like this, come on. You have to do the right thing. You never know where I'm around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm ear hustling all the time. I'm ear hustling, and I got enough secret squirrels to tell me everything. But the most part about that violence, I didn't condone that. I didn't do it when I was officer. When I told you back then in 85, somebody told me to hit somebody, I'm not hitting nobody just because you told me to hit them. They knew exactly. I was in charge of ESU. I had the ESU squad. All right, the turtles and everything else, we didn't go over the line. I didn't go over the line. None of my team members go on the line. Because I didn't go with that. Don't do that. I report it. I report it as it is. Don't do it. They knew better. They'll do it when I'm not around, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't at that level. No. They said it was violence. It was a cooperative thing with them resisting. But on my team, look at my history. My history had none of that.
So you're saying that you basically co-signed. The inmates may consider it violence, but you're saying that it wasn't violence. They were really resisting.
Oh yeah, it was.
There was some footage of excessive force, though. Warden, there was some footage. There's footage out there of excessive force in Rikers Island.
All right, if it's excessive force, but you can't just say they ran up on him and started beating him up. It was a give and take, wasn't it? I mean, he gave something. I went to depositions a couple of times, and they asked me what was going on here. Didn't the chief tell you to write this person up? And I said, yeah, he told me to write him up. But why didn't you write him up? Because I didn't see what the chief saw. I said, his arms are flapping. I said, he's flapping his wings. And the stenographer said, what do you mean he's flapping his wings? I said, he's moving his arms like this. You know what I'm saying, aggressively. No. One thing I always did too, no one can tell me what to write. No chief can tell me to write this inmate up or this officer up, for excessive or not doing his job or being a coward. I write it how I see it. And I used to always tell them, write against me. You don't like what I wrote? Write against me. Said I did a poor investigation. But I'm not writing what you tell me to write. And they didn't like me for that attitude either. I'm not writing nothing they tell me to write.
But
what? They're my boss? They're my superiors?
No. I respect it. I'm just saying, but do you think you're coming off as bitter, speaking like that, because you always felt this way, or because of...
I always felt this way. They knew how I was living. And no chief can curse at me or at my team. As I'm talking about my team, my internal team, my officer staff, which was 3 officers, you can't come in there and go mother effer and this and that to my team.
Yeah, you said that.
They ain't curse on my team, and they're not cursing at me.
Because there was a couple of staff members on Facebook that they say you were good people. They have no issue with you. I know on one thing they're gonna see you Saturday, tomorrow.
I go to all the events. But don't they have to say too? I go to the gangster events too. They're like, yo,
They're gonna see you Saturday. Yeah,
don't bring no gangsters with you.
Yeah.
No, I still go out with them.
Yeah, they said that. They
You
said
know,
that. They
if
said
you
that.
read any of my Facebook, they give me high praise.
They
say
do.
I did
They
the
do.
right
They
thing.
do. They
Some
do.
people call me chief, and I never was a chief. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of love we have for each other. Because I love them as much as they love me. And they knew that part of it. They knew the part that I cared for them truly and didn't take any credit for what I didn't do. Anytime I spoke to the commissioner and all the chiefs, I told them my team did it. I'm the warden, but my team is working hard for me. I mean, the blue shirts, the captains are doing their thing too. But those blue shirts, I've been over backwards for them. Let me tell you something. I bought them a big 50-inch TV. I bought them recliners. You hear me? And that chief going to come in there and say, why you bought this TV so big? Because the 40-inch was almost the same price. And we was making money because we had a bodega. We was selling food to each other. I got a chair. The ADW got chairs. I bought so much stuff for those, yo, for them because it was all about them, giving them awards. I showed them I loved them all the time. You know? But it's all right.
Yo, so why do they tape your phone back then?
Huh?
Why do they tape your
I
phone?
have no idea. I never called them. I didn't give them the satisfaction to say, hello, why did you tap my phone? I knew they had nothing on me. They had nothing on me. You know, I've been followed by IG and everybody. They had nothing. I partied all my career. That's the only thing they can find out about me. Oh, he sure enough liked to party. That's what I did my whole career. I danced and had a good time and lived life.
Let me ask you a question. How did this job affect you personally, though, outside of work, like when you're home, your personal life?
It was beautiful. We had money.
We had
an opportunity to travel a lot. Let me tell you something. I told my team this too, and they didn't learn it. I told them, you have to go away now. You have to take that vacation now. You can't wait till you retire. Because when you retire, you might not be in this shape. They used to ask me, why did I take so many vacations? Because I'm entitled to it. I took a vacation all the time.
It didn't cause you any mental strain? Because, you know, a lot of, you know.
That's what I meant more so, yeah. Like mentally, like.
My uncle, you know, he's a captain. He got there in 97. And I see the difference in his behavior. My brother works up there now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I see the difference in my cousin work up there now. Like, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you, it changed you through the process of it, okay? Through your career. The first change is when you get your shield. But the biggest change is when you get your gun. That turns you into a new kind of beast. Because when I got my gun when I was officer, I was sitting in the back of the train. You know the last car? I sat back then when I had a gun. I sat in the back, legs all open, wide, everything like this, give everybody the eye. But when I didn't have my gun, I sat with the conductor. That gun make you feel like you all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it give you that change and everything else, but it never put me in a change where I was flashing it and this and that. You felt a little more comfortable with it and everything else. You had the beads on your neck to let them know you popo. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s.
And I get what G said. You look happy.
I am
but
happy.
Did it cause any to you? It didn't cause any mental stress to you working?
I thought it was so beautiful. I really did. I really enjoyed the opportunity to help people. I thought I was helping people in real life. I thought I was doing a lot of helping. Okay.
You ever beat somebody up?
No, I didn't have that.
You never treated anybody in your circle or your family different coming from work, you know, dealing with all that stuff and bringing it home and kind of.
I never brought it home. I told my team the same thing. You can't bring this job home with you. Anything that happens with you today, leave it in your locker. Don't take that with you. And more than anything, I used to tell them, don't take any shortcuts. Because when you go home, you don't want somebody to call you up and say, did you lock all the gates? You don't want none of the shortcuts. Like, you take a shortcut, that's what can happen.
Right.
You get problems later. You be not so restful when you think you did some shortcuts. No, but I left all that at work. It didn't bother me. I mean, I was just so happy to have that job. And just to be moving up the ranks and doing all the things that we did a lot of powerful things in there with the change. And with the Guardians, it was, I have to say, hands down, we had a good thing going on in there. To a point where we didn't want to leave the H. You know, normally when you're a captain, you go to H, you stay there for 2 years, and then you get to any assignment that you want. And most of us, we stayed there for 6 years because we got it so quiet. The jail was so quiet.
How many wardens are there?
Back then, I have to say it was a lot. It was at least 15, 16 of us. You know, we had wardens that didn't have jails, but they had like SOD or the ESU.
So name us the ranks.
Oh, it's officer. You go right from officer to captain. After captain, you go to assistant deputy warden. After assistant deputy warden, you make deputy warden. And if you're lucky enough, you go from deputy warden to warden. Or you could be a DWIC, a deputy warden in command. I never was a DWIC. You make a deputy warden in command, you know. And after warden, you got an assistant chief, you know, and then you got a bureau chief, and then you got chief.
Chief is the highest.
Yeah. It's glorified for all those stars. It's a nice look.
So we want to wrap it up soon. Did you get all this? Because you brought us some stuff here today. I'm gonna take you.
I came through. We got through most of it.
Good.
I wouldn't bring the other stuff in there with the wiretap and everything else. But when I ran home, I just got this one bag and I ran out the house with it.
Yeah.
You know.
You are a man that that when I spoke to you, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get into details, but seemed like to me, my opinion. You didn't like how the department treated you towards the end.
They was grimy.